Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over my completed Airsoft helmet. This is the base of this helmet is the TMC Super Flowing helmet, which is a replica of the OpsCore Fast SF carbon composite helmet, which is a mouthful, but that is the corresponding model for the real OpsCore helmet. So that's the base. I'm going to go over every part that's on this, so it might take a while to get through. As you can see, it's pretty well kitted out. As you guys know, I had some issues with kind of the helmet light setup, but I got that squared away, so I should have everything completed. I don't think there's anything I want to add or change at this point, and yeah, let's get through it. So again, the base of the helmet is the TMC Super Flowing helmet. It typically comes with like a face mask thing, but I don't really use that, so I ditched that. But it does have the trademarks on the OpsCore rails, and these are a little bit different design than the standard maritime rails. It's a similar cut to the maritime rails, but on the real one they have a different mounting pattern. But on the Airsoft version, it doesn't really make a difference at all. You do have a little bit more holes on there that you could use to tether stuff to the rails themselves if you needed to. But that's that. Let's go with the inside first, because typically this helmet comes with like a skateboard helmet liner, kind of like the Lux liner, but I stripped all that out because I didn't like how it fit, and I just put in some real OpsCore pads there that you can see inside. And it also comes with like this really large like plastic nape portion, which I took that out and just replaced it with the standard OpsCore type deal. And then even the dial system is different. When you first get this helmet, it has the Lux liner style worm dial, but I swapped that out for a TMC standard OC dial system. I like this a lot better than the worm dial. The worm dial worked fine if you wanted to use that, but since I wasn't using the kind of skateboard impact liner, I just opted to go with the standard OpsCore padding on the inside. And then the front EPP pad is genuine OpsCore. That is one I swapped out. I didn't use a TMC one for that because the replica ones are super stiff, and these actually are a lot more comfortable against your head. But yeah, pretty much gutted everything on the inside and opted to what I'm more comfortable with in a helmet, and it's far more ventilated in this configuration as well compared to the impact liner like skateboard helmet type deal that they use. So there's that. I didn't swap out the shroud or anything, so this is the included like updated shroud that you see a lot of the newer OpsCores use. This is the replica TMC, still has the OpsCore logo up top there. The night vision arm is a replica. It's the MF L4G24. I did a video on this. It says Wilgox, which we all love to see, instead of Wilcox. But there's that. It's pretty cool, solid, good color. Haven't had any issues. It's been on my helmet for a long time. Not really beat up or anything from Overlord or anything like that. I did loan it out, I think, to several people during the shoot of Overlord, and it held up just fine. No issues with it at all. Moving to the left rail, I suppose. This is a FMA replica of the knuckle mount. Unity Tactical makes the real one. I believe it's Knuckle, KNUCKL, I believe. But it's kind of a multi-purpose dual mount setup, where you can mount like a Princeton Tech MPLS switch like I have on here, as well as a Contour Roam 2 camera. And my camera is wrapped in camo form. I believe it's listed as Gear Aid camo form now. It used to be called McNet camo form, but you can get it in a various array of patterns. I always stuck with multicam, as that's what I prefer. So there's that. Some issues with the like replica knuckle mount is it's very wobbly. It doesn't stay in place very well, but I've also heard that of the real one. So I'm not sure if it's just like a design issue. The way I've alleviated that is that I have hook Velcro on the contour, which I have pressed against the helmet, so that keeps everything stable. But I can still move it around a little bit, and I can reset the position if I needed to. But with the switch's flexible head or whatever, I don't really have an issue with it moving around or needing it to move around. I can just use the flexible head on the switch when I need light in different places. And then the camera position is pretty much set. I haven't had an issue with camera angle or anything like that. Let's see, moving to the headset. It's the TacSky Comtac 3s mounted to Combat Smith adapters for the Ops Core amp arms. Did a whole video on these, so if you're interested in that setup, go check out that video. I won't go into further depth than that. Solid headset, solid arms. I really like the setup. I guess I'll list the patches as well. This is a Project Monarch cat eye of their logo. Glows in the dark, it's cool. FMA blast gauge. It lights up and stuff. I haven't really played around with it. It's mainly for looks. I think it looks cool, so it's mounted there, and it's stayed there for the life of that I've had it. Let's see, strobe light. Oh, here's another Project Monarch patch. Let's get that out of the way. It's one of their Mark 18 Nox Night patches. It's one of their limited colors. Not sure if they still produce these or not, but go check them out if you're interested in that. Back to the strobe. This is a FMA HEL-STAR 6 Gen 3, so Airsoft replica. It works fine. You got your constant green with white strobe, and then IR. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it does IR. I'll turn that off. Another patch. This is a District 15 or Delta 15 Costi cat eye patch. I think it's a cool position because it kind of flows with the Faro Concepts low profile battery pack. I'm actually not sure what they call this thing, but I think I did a video on it. But it holds like a strobe up top, and then it connects and holds like a PVS-31 battery pack. As you can see here, that's a FMA PVS-31 replica battery pack dipped in multicam, and it has like a pouch to hold the battery pack and then kind of Velcro on the outside so you can put a patch on it. And this patch is a digital anomalies patch. Which I got from the director of Overlord. I think it's a really neat design. Looks cool. But yeah, the Faro Concepts battery pack retention thing. Kind of see it has an array of shock cord, which has enabled me to kind of route the comms cable against the helmet and underneath the battery pack, which I think provides a really clean look, streamlined, and yeah, pretty neat little product. Moving to the right side here, we've got a V-Lite SNS Precision. This is a real one. Still going. I've had this for several years now, and it still lights up. No issues with that. And I think the last thing is, oh, there's another patch we got to go over. This is a Rook Group patch, kind of a cat eye as well. It says Rook Group. It's really cool. A buddy of mine makes those. Not sure if he still produces them, but maybe if you bother him enough, he'll make some more, because it's a really neat design, in my opinion. And then the final piece is the last thing that I've gone over in a video. This is a replica. I'm not sure who makes the actual mount, but S&S Precision Max mount for scout lights. I had the worst time getting a head that fit, but that was in my previous video. If you're curious as to what a replica flashlight head fits these replica mounts, go check out that video. Some issues with the mount itself: it's very loose and wobbly, so I ended up using some blue Loctite on all of the screws, as well as the ball joint. I used some blue Loctite, and it added a lot of friction and I guess kind of grittiness to keep the light from like moving on its own. And right now it's super solid. No complaints so far. I'm not sure how that will hold up over time with it being just blue Loctite on a ball joint, but it is far more stable than it was in the previous video. I haven't had any issues. I've been messing around with it quite a bit since I did that, but works fine. And it's a really cool looking setup for a high-powered light on your helmet. And then I guess last thing is the patch. This is just like your standard issue reversed IR flag in tan. It looks kind of just like it's white and black, but it's more of a tan color. If you compare the white and black ones to this, you'll notice a subtle difference. But yeah, just your standard reversed IR flag there. And I think that covers everything on the helmet. Really satisfied with this. This is probably my favorite helmet that I've put together to date. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.